Be strong.
Hey guys, welcome back to another IGCSE video of syllabus 0580. In today's video we will be solving questions of chapter 1, which is reviewing number concepts, and if you haven't watched the first video then I suggest you to watch it and then come to this video later. Okay, so the first question is from the list of numbers write down the square numbers. Okay, so we know that square numbers are the numbers that is the result of multiplying two numbers. Okay, so for example 4 is equal to 2 times 2, so 4 is square number. So in this case, in order to find the square number, we can take the root of the number. Okay, so for example let's take 8. So the square root of 8, let's use calculator. Okay, so we write the square root of 8, it will be 2.8. So this is not a square number, so 8 is not a square number. Okay, if we get a decimal, then the number is not a square number, but if we get an integer, so it will be a square number. Okay, so try to input all of the value, but one by one, to the square root. Okay, so the next one is 9. So the square root of 9, we know that it's 3. So 9 is the square number, and 10 is not a square number because it will be a decimal, same as for 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. If you input any of these number to the square root, you will get decimal and not a whole number. Now 16, we know that 16 is a square number because square root of 16, it will be 4. So 16 is also a square number. Next one, B, a prime factor of 99. So we know that prime factor means a number which only has two factors. One is the first one, and the number itself. Okay, so to find the prime factor of 99, first this is 99 and we will divide it by the lowest prime factor, so 3, and we will get 33, divided again by the lowest prime number, which is 3, and we will get 11. Okay, so we can see that 11 is the prime factor of 99. Okay, 11 only has two factors, 11 and 1, so that's why it's a prime factor. Okay, next one, from this list of numbers, write down a cube number. So this one is a cube number. So cube number means the result of multiplying a number by itself 3 times. Okay, so square number is 2 times and cube number is 3 times. So in order to find this, we will take the cube root. Okay, so there is a small 3 in this. You can use a calculator. Okay, cube root, and you will input the number here. If we get a whole number, perfect number, then it's a cube number. So the square root of 5. Now we know that square root of 5 is not a perfect number. Okay, if you try it in the calculator, you will get 2.23. So this is not even a rational number, so of course it's not gonna be cube number. So this is wrong. And this, let's take the cube root of 7, which is, so cube root of 7, it will be 1.91. So this is wrong. Cube root of 343, yes, this is 7. So I inputted 343, we get 7. So 343 is a cube number. Okay, now you can input all of these value and you will not get a perfect number. Okay, so 343 is a cube number. Next one, the smallest number. Okay, now we have a bunch of values, but we know that a negative number will be smaller than a positive number. Okay, find this, we will take the cube root. Okay, so there is a small 3 in this. You can use a calculator. Okay, cube root, and you will input the number here. If we get a whole number, perfect number, then it's a cube number. So the square root of 5. Now we know that square root of 5 is not a perfect number. Okay, if you try it in the calculator, you will get 2.23. So this is not even a rational number, so of course it's not gonna be cube number. So this is wrong. And this, let's take the cube root of 7, which is, so cube root of 7, it will be 1.91. So this is wrong. Cube root of 343, yes, this is 7. So I inputted 343, we get 7. So 343 is a cube number. Okay, now you can input all of these value and you will not get a perfect number. Okay, so 343 is a cube number. Next one, the smallest number. Okay, now we have a bunch of values, but we know that a negative number will be smaller than a positive number. Okay, so this is negative and this is negative, and we know that negative 11 is higher than negative 7. Okay, so the smallest number, it will be negative 11, a natural number. So we know that from the mnemonics, I need noodle, sorry, I want noodle. So I is for integer, which consists of negative, 0, and number, and negative, 0, and positive. Okay, so integer is negative, 0, and positive, and want, which is whole, is 0 and positive. Finally, natural is only positive. Okay, so natural numbers means a positive number. So we have, and it cannot be a decimal. Okay, so natural number is 343. This is a natural number. Okay, next question. One day at noon in Masaru, the temperature was 17 Celsius. At midnight, the temperature was 20 Celsius lower. Work out the temperature at midnight. Okay, so we want the temperature at midnight. So initially the temperature was 17. Okay, so 17 at the day, and at midnight the temperature was 20 Celsius lower. So lower means negative, so it is lower by 20 Celsius. Okay, so you subtract it by 20 and you'll get negative 3. So negative 3 is lower than 17 by 20 Celsius. Okay, so the answer is negative 3, and don't forget this Celsius. This is that. Next one, 1 and 12 are factors of 12. Write down all the other factors of 12. Okay, so we know that 1 and 12 is the first one, but we don't need to write it again because it's already written. So in order to find the factor, we just have to experiment by ourselves. If we divide 12 by 2, you'll get 6. So 2 and 6 is another factor of 12, because 6 divide 12 perfectly and 2 divide 12 perfectly as well. And then what if we divide 12 by 3? We will get 4. So 3 and 4 is also another factor of 12. Okay, now if we divide 5, we will get a decimal. If we divide 6, we will just get from the beginning again. So yeah, this is all the other factors of 12. B, write down the multiples of 9 between 20 and 40. Okay, between 20 and 40. So let's just write the multiples of 9. So 9 times 1 is equal to 9. 9 times 2 it equals to 18. 9 times 3 it will be 27. And 9 times 4 will be 36. Okay, so 9, 18, 27, 36. Multiples of 9 between 20 and 40. Okay, now if we continue multiplying 9, we will get 45, which is above 40. Okay, so between 20 and 40, we can see that 27 and 36 is the correct answer. Next one, write 23.4571 correct to 4 significant figures. Okay, now we know that significant figures means we will consider all of the numbers. Okay, 4 significant figures, so 4 numbers. This is the first one, second, third, and fourth. So 5, and we will see the number on the right, which is 7. Since it's more than 5, we will add 1. Okay, so it will be 23.46. Okay, because the number on the right of 5 is 7. Okay, and to the nearest 10. Okay, so to the nearest 10 means we know that 3 is ones and 2 is tens. So to the nearest 10 is basically the number 2, and we will see the number before, which is 3. Since 3 is less than 5, we will replace it as 0. Okay, so it will be 20 You don't have to write decimal and 0 again. So this is the answer. To the nearest 10 means the number that is in the tens value. Okay, so this is ones, this is tens, and you will see the number on the right of it. The next one, the table shows the temperatures in 5 places at 10 a.m. one day in January. Okay, so all of this table shows the place and the temperature of the place. Which place was the coldest? So we can see that -10 is the coldest temperature, but we want the place. So Chicago is the coldest place. And at 2 p.m. the temperature in Helsinki had increased by 4 Celsius. Write down the temperature in Helsinki at 2 p.m. Okay, so this is Helsinki, and it was -7, but at 2 p.m. it increased by 4. Increased means we add. Okay, so -7 plus 4, it will be -3. So this is the answer. -3 Celsius is the temperature at Helsinki at 2 p.m. Next one, write down 0.07164 correct to two significant figures. Okay, so two significant figures. So remember that two significant figures only comes after decimal, and no, I mean two significant figures, we don't include 0 as the significant figures, so we will start from non-zero number. Okay, so this is not, so 7 is the first number and 1 is the second number. Okay, and we will see the number on the right of 1, so it will be 6. So 6 is more than 5, so then we will add 1, so it will be 0.072. Okay, again remember that two significant figures, if we have a 0, we do not count it, we do not start to count it as significant figures, so we will start from non-zero number. Okay, so write down the temperature which is 5 Celsius below -2 Celsius. Okay, so below means minus, so we want a number that is 5 Celsius below the -2. Okay, so that means that -2 we will subtract it by -5, which is -7 Celsius. So -7 Celsius is 5 Celsius below -2. Okay, next one, write 0.0401907 correct to three significant figures. So three significant figures, remember we have 0, so we will not count it as significant figures. So the first non-zero number is 4. Okay, and in the second one, although it's 0, we will still count it as significant figures because it's after the number. Okay, so it's after a non-zero number. So this is the second one, this is the third one. Okay, so we will check the number on the right, and it's 9. We know that we have to round it 1 to 2 because it's more than 5. So it will be 0.040 and 2. Okay. The second one is 3 decimal places, and we know that let me just write it again. So here we know that decimal means the number that is after decimal. Okay, decimal place. So this is the first one, this is the second one, and this is the third one. Okay, so 0, and we'll look the number on the right, so it's 1. So because it's less than 5, we'll round 0, still 0. Okay, so 0.040. Okay, right, 3.5897 correct to 4 significant figures. Okay, so this will 3 will be the first one, 5 will be the second, 8, and then 9. Okay, and look to the number after 9. So it's 7, so we'll round 9 to 10. Okay, so it will be 3.5, so 9 will be 10, so that means 8 will receive 1, so 9 and then 0. Okay, so this is to the 4 significant figures. Right, 7146 71,496 correct, two significant figures. So this is the first one, and this is the second number. So we'll look the number before it, after it, and it's 4, so we will not round it, so we will not add extra 1. Okay, so it will be 71, and then remember to add zeros after it. Okay, because if you don't, then it will be different, it will be 71, so it's wrong. Next one, find the highest common factor HCF of 56 and 70. So just write 56 and 70, then divide by the lowest prime number. Okay, so here okay, so 56, this is all the prime numbers, and 70, just do the same again. 35, we cannot divide it by 2, we cannot divide it by 3, but we can divide it by 5. Okay, so, okay, so we know that in lowest common multiple, or LCM, we will take all of the number and multiply it. But in HCF, we will only take the number that appears in both of 70 and 56. Okay, so we can see that 2 and 7 appear on both of these numbers. So 2 times 7 is the HCF. Okay, so to be 14. So 14 is the highest common factor that appears both in 56 and 70. Okay, so 14 is the answer. So next, find the lowest common multiple LCM of 36 and 48. So this is 36 and this is 48. Okay, and we'll write the multiples of it. So 36 times 1, 36 times 2, 36 times 3, 36 times 4, then 36 times 5. Okay, so 36 times 1, it will be 36, times 2, it will be 72, times 3, it will be 108, times 4, it will be 144, then times 5, it will be 180. Okay, and then 48. So 48 times 1, 48 times 2, okay, 48 times 3, 48 times 4, then 48 times 5. So times 1 it will be the same, times 2 it will be 96, times 3 it will be 108, times 4 it will be 100, no, times 3, sorry, times 3 it will be, let's see, 3 times 8, 24. Okay, so 144 times 3, then 4 times 48, it will be 4 times 8 is 32, and then 4 times 4 is 16, 192. Finally, 48 times 5, it will be 240. Okay, so we can see here that the lowest common multiple is 144. So they both meet at 144. Okay, so lowest common multiple is 144. Okay, so this is the easier method, but it's much longer. If you want the fast one, you can use what it's called like prime factorization, where you basically take the all prime factors of both number. Okay, so 36 divided by 2, which is the lowest prime number, so it will be 18, and then do that again. 9 will be divided by 3, since 3 is the lowest prime number for odd number. Okay, then do the same again. 2 divided by 24, I mean 48 divided by 2, it will be 2 and 34. 24 divided by 2, it will be 12. Do that again to get 6, and then 6 divided by 2, 3. Okay, finally okay, you will see the common number, so they both have 1 3, so, and then they both have two twos, so 2 number of 2's and 1 number of 3. Okay, so you will only take one. Okay, you will only take one of these, not both. Okay, not all of it. And then 2 times 2 times 3, and then just write the number that is the rest of it. Okay, so times 3 times 2 times 2. Okay, so put that in the calculator, so you'll get 144. Okay, which is the same thing. So at midnight, the temperature in Newtown was -8 Celsius. At noon the next day, the temperature in Newton was 9 Celsius. Work out the rise in temperature from midnight to noon. Okay, so at first it was -8, which is at midnight, and the next day it's 9. Okay, which is the noon. So at first it was -8, and then it was 9 Celsius. Okay, so how did we get to 9? So -8 to 9. In order to know that, we basically need uh, to think from 8 till 0, how many number we need to go there. So we need plus 8, right? And from 0 till 9, we need plus 9. Okay, so it is 8 plus 9, so it will be 17. So the rise in temperature from midnight to noon, it's 17 Celsius. So the temperature rise by 17 Celsius from midnight, which is -8, till noon, which is 9. Okay. Okay, so thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video and share it to your friends, family, and everyone. Follow me on IG, Tomato Math, and thank you for SEMA exam, because all of this question is from semaexam.com. Check out the website, and see you next time. Bye.